After all, upstart San Antonio headlined Rookie of the Year David Robinson, as smooth a center as you'll find, while Portland featured Clyde the Glide Drexler. Through the first 4 games of this series, these graceful expectations held up. In games 5 and 6, as the stakes became higher, the high wire act turned into a war. Each possession became a battle. Emotions and tempers flared. Inspired and physical play took over. And force was mixed with grace. Waiting for the start of the Western Conference Finals are those surprising Phoenix Suns. But here in Portland, it's Game 7 between the Spurs and Blazers. Welcome to the Memorial Coliseum in Portland, Oregon. CBS Sports continues it. The officials working the 7th game and a good crew. Ed Rush, Hugh Evans, and Joey Crawford. Portland in white, San Antonio in black. This should be a great one.
When you look at San Antonio, now they run a passing game. They do not like the low post.
Terry Cummings, the leading scorer at 26 a game in the playoffs, puts the Spurs in front.
Really tough day today for San Antonio. You must stop Porter and Drexler off the dribble to the basket.
Williams has it blocked by Robinson. Percy puts it up and ties the score.
Now when we look at San Antonio, David Robinson is much better moving and coming to the basketball, like right there.
Duckworth the rebound. Terry Porter, the point guard. Clyde Drexler. Offensive rebound for Buck Williams.
Now this is Portland at their best. One of the premier offensive rebounding teams in the game.
And the best rebounding team, as you mentioned, throughout the entire league. Percy shooting over Elliott.
They can play. Portland can play any way that you want. To half court, full court, run up and down. One-on-one, anything you like.
But they got to get the boards to make it happen. Willie Anderson, double team, and he scores with a nice shot over the big people.
The action is quick after scores. Both teams try to push the ball quickly.
Terry Porter, the leading three-point shooter for Portland, in fact, in their history in the playoffs. Now the Spurs with a chance to take the lead again, and Rod Strickland gives it to him.
Throughout this series, Terry Porter lays off his Strickland, and he's just baiting him to keep taking that outside shot.
Strickland is guarding Porter. Big matchup as far as the guards is Anderson. He's right now defending against Drexler, who was tossed out of the game with a punching foul in Game 6, elbowing Anderson. Porter inside to Buck Williams, perfectly executed.
Larry Brown very concerned about trying to stay in front of the penetration so that it does not get the easy layup, like right there.
Rod Strickland hits his second shot, acquired from the New York Knicks for Maurice Cheeks in late February. Started the last 24 games for the Spurs. Porter goes in and is fouled by Rod Strickland.
Now here you'll see, there's your beating Strickland off the dribble and then the easy drop off to Buck Williams.
Here's Terry Porter, who's the leading scorer for the Blazers in the playoffs at over 21 a game. One of the smaller schools, Wisconsin-Stevens Point, a #1 pick.
Well, the All-American is junior and senior year, NAIA. NBA scouting, they find you.
And he's raised his level in this series.
Well, without Duckworth, he had to assume a scoring responsibility. And in this series, they have 3 guys averaging over 20 points. Percy, Drexler, and then Porter.
Nearly 2.5 minutes gone by in the first period.
Both coaches would love this type of a tempo for the full 48 minutes.
David Robinson given the shot by Duckworth, misses, and Percy gets the rebound. Porter's going to control it. Duckworth setting a screen on a switch. Willie Anderson picks up Porter, goes right around Anderson and draws the foul inside.
Already we're seeing Duckworth. Now he doesn't have any points, but he's been involved in 3 picks that have freed people. You must honor that, and then the main thing is David Robinson knows he cannot continue to leave Duckworth or the pass will come back for the dunk.
David Robinson picking up his first foul. One of the key things without those 2 centers has been Robinson's ability to roam to try to get a piece of the ball. May not be able to do it today.
Games like this, the teams that usually win will be the ones that will get the most second shot easy baskets, get on the foul line, and then execute in the open floor.
Larry Brown, last year, his only losing year as a coach on any level. Strickland. Drexler the rebound. Spurs just getting 1 shot at the hoop, and that's all.
You know, if you're Edelman at a coach, you're happy. That's what you're looking for today. 1-shot opportunities.
On the switch, Sean Elliott picks up Porter. Here's Clyde Drexler, and the rebound is by Sean Elliott. Spurs playing with 2 rookies in the lineup, Elliott and Robinson. Strickland, the second-year man. Cummings, the veteran, at 29 in the starting 5.
The San Antonio must get Terry Cummings going.
Crowd wanted to travel. Anderson hits the 3-point basket. Willie Anderson.
With the addition of Strickland, Anderson and Cummings are getting more perimeter jump shots because Strickland beats his man, and then their men drop off to try to help out.
10 on the shot clock. Trying to get Robinson with another foul. Throw, pass goes by Williams. Didn't look like he expected it, Hubie.
Well, it was a bad pass opportunity. Buck was definitely thinking offensive boards. But see, Duckworth has got to prove today that he can A, catch the ball, and then B, put it on the floor as well as shoot and score to be an offensive threat. They don't have to double.
Rod Strickland hits the short jumper. Strickland with 6 points now, the leading scorer for the Spurs. Only 1 turnover thus far. Porter is eventually fouled. They tied him up, and the Spurs commit the foul. And it'll be on Cummings, his first.
In talking to both coaches yesterday, they're constantly talking about the hustle, and that's where Portland really excels on loose ball type of situations over the course of the 82-game schedule.
Portland will inbound. They won 59 games this year. That's as many as the Detroit Pistons won, believe it or not. Double team on Buck.
Plenty of time, 15 seconds.
Williams and Cummings. Good interior defense by the Spurs. It comes out to Strickland. Blazers get back defensively. A quick feed from Strickland to Sean Elliott or Willie Anderson. And a foul on Portland inside.
Now this matchup, all series, they've been 1-1-ing Buck because he can take Terry off the dribble. And you can see he definitely gets inside of him. That time, David Robinson was able to come and intimidate him.
Duckworth committing the foul. Here's Willie Anderson. Story with Anderson that he's playing with a dislocated left thumb, suffered in game number 5. And he responded with his best game by far, 30 points in game number 6.
But it still bothers him on the catch of the basketball, the jolt, as well as if you cross over and you dribble with your left hand, the pounding up against that cast there.
Spurs have already committed 3 team fouls. Getting set for a 3 is Porter. Terry Porter. He's nearly 50% from 3-point range and has 7 in the game now.
Larry Brown said the defense, we must get to their shooters quicker.
Spurs by 1. Elliott with a good move to the hoop. Not around Kersey. And a Portland foul. So Sean Elliott will go to the line when we come back. He won the Wooden Award last year. There's Duckworth. And Willie Anderson, as we talked about earlier, the other injured Spur.
Well, Willie Anderson, he feels that it popped out on him in game 6 again, but he feels that he can play with the paint. Now, anytime that you shoot 13 for 19 from the field, I would say
should pop out more often.
Yes, that's right. We don't want to say that it improves
Not really.
shooting,
Cummings with a fake on Buck Williams. Williams did a good job. Buck, by the way, named to the NBA All-Defensive Team this week. Nearly 6.5 to go in the first period. Tight game. Duckworth fires it up. Wild. And the rebound by Elliott. Spurs by 1.
The early going, the Spurs' decisions in the open floor have been very good.
Willie Anderson with a fake. Drexler goes in, and Anderson hits again, and he's got 8 points.
Well, he's having an outstanding series. Larry feels it's his maturity. He's also developed at that 15 to 18-foot jump shot, and he's an excellent passer.
And a turnover. Here's David Robinson in the open floor. Cummings converts the layup.
Very disappointed in the Portland defense that time. They did not come back into transition. They assumed that the layup would be made.
5-point lead now for the San Antonio Spurs. That's the largest lead of the game for anyone. Good pass inside. Drexler from Buck Williams.
That was excellent jockeying. The Drexler-Willie Anderson matchup today is going to be a classic.
Drexler scored only 4 points in his last game. That was his first basket today. Rarely has bad back-to-back affairs. Sloppy ball handling, and the Spurs will turn it over.
Look right in your lane here. Now you'll see a nice pass by Buck. Drexler, good catch. Excellent move.
Now a 3-point lead, and Portland can narrow that.
If you've been noticing Duckworth, he's up high all the time, around the foul line area, setting picks, and out on the wing.
Now he's posting up against Robinson, who has 1 personal.
Here's your pick and roll again.
And Jerome Kersey fires away. He had a great second half shooting-wise. He's a weapon.
The other thing that I see that's there today is when David Robinson double teams the guy coming off the pick and roll, if Duckworth will roll to the basket, be wide open.
10 on the shot clock. And Strickland throws it away.
Great move.
Warner goes around him. Beats Kersey, and it's blocked. Sean Elliott blocked the shot. Now Kersey interrupts Strickland. Wild play, and here's Portland, and it's Porter.
Larry Brown concerned, when you're on the road, you want to take the building out of the game, so you do not want, there you go, timeout, very smart move.
6 in a row run off by the Blazers.
Here we have the loose ball. Now, any time that there is a quick pitch out, you know that the quickness of Portland, they're devastating on the fast break. They can run with any team in this league. With Larry Brown coaching and then Stan Alback, he was in the playoffs 5 times and averaged 18 points a game and 12 rebounds.
It's a great rejuvenation year for one of the nicest guys in the NBA, now playing at a level he should be playing in every year. Drexler forces the turnover. Quick pass to Kersey. Was leaving a pass, no one there, and it's still Portland ball, but the Spurs have turned it over on each of their last 4 possessions.
Kersey has the right to complain. He definitely was pumped on the shot. You'll see an excellent defensive play here by Drexler. And here's where they are murder, out in that offensive area.
Drexler misses from the corner. Strickland comes down with it. 1-point lead for Portland. Game 7. And Sean Elliott, Anderson hits, and he's got 10 points.
He's in a nice, easy flow today. He's shooting no jerky motion. The release is perfect. And what you like about it, he's moving extremely well without the ball.
Former Olympian out of the University of Georgia. Double team on Porter outside. Buck Williams uses his body, gets the basket, and draws the foul.
See, this is what we've been talking about all along. Every time they use a pick and roll, David Robinson is stepping out and trying to trap the man. Now what happens there is that opens up people down underneath the basket. Excellent pass and a very, very difficult shot by Buck Williams.
That is the 4th team foul against the Spurs, first against Elliott. And Buck Williams was wearing goggles after he was hit in the eye by a James Donaldson arm. Makes the 3-point play, and it's 22-20 Blazers.
The man with the ball right now has had very few shot opportunities.
He gets it there, the basket and the foul, and the first points of the game for the Navy man. What a rookie year that he exceeded all expectations of him.
He's a rookie. I know. Wait a second.
Duckworth to the bench with his second personal. Brakowski will replace Cummings. Wingate is in for Strickland. And Wayne Cooper is in as well. There's Cooper, who's had back spasms, played briefly in game 1. And on the bench since. Good shot blocker, one of the best. Buck goes by Robinson. Robinson the rebound. High to 22. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cooper doesn't go for the fake. Good defense there, gets the rebound.
Neither team has been establishing.
Oh, there's the glide. Good point. We rarely see second shots in this one.
Larry Brown made a good point about David Robinson. You know, he really doesn't have a pet shot yet.
Elliott. Robinson crashes the boards. Comes up with it. Blocked by Cooper.
One of the best ever in the NBA, by the way.
Kersey at the other end. Basket good and a foul against San Antonio. You think the word is quick in this one?
Now you'll see an excellent block by Cooper. They picked him up because of his shot blocking ability anytime the whole year is there, because the block ignites the fast break. And in Cooper, you're getting a guy who's usually in the top 10 in shot blocks.
Willie Anderson with the foul. And the penalty situation in effect now for San Antonio, their fifth.
We said at the top of the show that San Antonio must get back and establish transition defense so that they can eliminate the easy fast break baskets.
David Wingate been a hot shooter lately. This is that when we have under 2 minutes to go. 5-point lead for Portland. Each team now has enjoyed a 5-point lead. Drexler way off and he knew it. David Robinson outlooks for Willie Anderson. Brakowski. Got a pass thrown behind him, and now Portland again.
Anytime that you're in the open floor in a game like today, as big as this is, your shot selection, you have to have a chance of making your shot.
Cooper setting a pick. Brakowski fights through it. Porter controlling. Here's Wayne Cooper.
I'm disappointed in that shot. If he would have rolled to the basket, he was wide open. There was not a defensive player on that side of the floor. You can't settle for a 20-foot jump shot when you can get a dunk.
San Antonio's missed 5 in a row. Make it 6.
Look up.
1 minute remaining and still a foul to give for Portland, leading by 5. Game 7. Winner plays Phoenix. And Porter is fouled, and they'll go to the line to shoot. 21.
Just appreciate the beauty of Drexler in the open floor. Look how he just releases that. Incredible hand control.
But David Robinson just picked up what would be for him a silly foul way outside, his second personal. And here is Porter shooting 2. Terry Cummings getting set to check back in for Spurs, and he'll go in for Robinson. He goes out with 2 fouls, and here is Cliff Robinson. Guard David Robinson with Duckworth out of there, and Buck gets a hand leaving the game.
I thought the coaching staff made a good point about Terry Porter. They honestly feel that he is the best shooter on this team. And the second best shooter, well, coming in fairly soon, Petrovic, coming off the bench.
16-4 run the Blazers are on right now. There's the time remaining in the first quarter. Double team on Strickland. Anderson goes baseline. Double again, stripped by Drexler. Porter will get an easy 2.
When they have their entire unit together like today, with Duckworth being relieved by Cooper, They have that quickness in forcing turnovers, and then they're so quick in the open floor.
10 on the shot clock. Wingate misses from the corner. And a whistle. And it's still going to be San Antonio's possession. Rick Adelman. Team has bounced back all year long and counting on it again today after the loss in game number 6. They call the foul on Cooper. It's his first. And the first in the last 2 minutes for the Blazers. Playing for the last shot now. Wingate.
David has been playing big throughout this series, hitting the outside shot.
Final seconds, Cooper, no basket. So San Antonio falls behind as they have on this court throughout the turnovers. New set of guards for Portland. Danny Young, the point guard, is in, and Drazen Petrovic from Zagreb, Yugoslavia, is the other guard. Good shooter. They have an excellent foot block and a new 24-second clock. So this has been a barometer throughout the series, points off of turnovers. That's what it is right now. San Antonio has outshot Portland in every game but one. That was the 5th game, and they're outshooting him slightly thus far. Petrovic going strong to the hoop, lost the ball, but it was last touched by Anderson off his foot.
They're saying that this young man, he at 19 years of age, Notre Dame made a major recruit in trying to get him to come to the United States to play. But he's one of the most sought-after players in all of Europe.
Jerome Kersey in and out. Cooper with a follow-up. And it's going to be San Antonio ball, and he's the last of the 5 European players in the NBA this year who's still in action.
Well, the thing about his game is he got off to a slow start because he missed part of the training camp. And then he was having difficulty coming off of picks, catching the basketball and shooting.
Strickland after Cummings, and the basket counts in a foul for hustling Rod Strickland, who's in there, along with Wingate, Cummings, Burkowski, and Anderson.
Now you're going to see that as the shot goes up here, a force for San Antonio has been the guy with the ball right now, Strickland on the offensive boards, and it showed up in all 6 games. But now remember, when your point guard is underneath trying to get the offensive rebound, you forget about the ones that he does not get, and the fast break is going at the other end of the floor against you.
Danny Young picked up that foul. 5-point lead for the Blazers. Petrovic, that's what he does the best.
You know, he's 6'5", Dick. You have a tendency to look at him and think he's much smaller, but he's an excellent outside shooter and terrific off the dribble.
Small team out there for the Spurs. Cummings hits from the baseline, and Portland can go small as well as big.
See, if I'm Larry Brown, I'm down 5 right now, and Cummings and Robinson have not established any kind of game today yet.
Cliff Robinson. Cooper. Cooper is crashing the offensive board, and he's been the big man there. And there is David Robinson, who, along with Sean Elliott, returned to the San Antonio lineup. And keep in mind, Robinson coming in with 2 personal fouls. Kevin Duckworth returns for Portland.
Well, in a situation like this, you should go right at David Robinson at the other end of the floor.
Minute and a half elapsed, second period. Strickland looking for Robinson. Danny Young doubling him inside. And Robinson throws it away. Portland really confusing him now.
Well, right now, David is only 1 for 7 from the floor. He cannot get on the offensive board because Duckworth is doing an excellent job putting his body into his chest.
Kersey, Robinson, Duckworth, Petrovic, and Young are the 5 in there for the Trailblazers. Danny Young fouls, former Seattle player, and Sean Elliott. They get Strickland, picks up 2.
Now here you have Duckworth working with his way. And I see how they're laying off the Strickland. They're daring Strickland to hit the outside shot. Now watch Duckworth right up. See, he didn't go for that head fake, forcing the turnover.
Danny Young spent 4 years with the Sonics, last 2 years with Portland.
reason why Larry Brown is keeping Strickland out here right now, he is leading this team in 39 minutes a game throughout the playoffs. He needs them on the floor to create.
He's led the team in assists in every game of the series. Lead of 6 now for the Blazers. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Robinson, and again, they're out of sync offensively.
Well, you never throw the ball to a post guy until he establishes position and calls for the ball. If you do, you are looking for a forced turnover.
Game along with Duckworth, Cliff Robinson up front, Petrovic, and Danny Young at guard. Petrovic for a 3, and Robinson gets the rebound. He's still 1 for 7 from the field, but has 5 boards. Williams playing cat and mouse with Cummings, and a foul committed against Butler.
You know, early in this game, we made a strong statement. We said that San Antonio does not have a low post game. By that, we mean that they flash in and out from the opposite side of the floor. And to date, they only have 3 baskets in the painted area.
There's Robinson with a quick turnaround. Still struggling, 1 for 8 now. Strickland got a piece of it. Duckworth. Williams outfights Cummings. That's a big effort play.
I don't like the way Duckworth's releasing the ball. The ball is coming out of there, almost spinning sideways, rather than with the good rotation.
A little over 3 minutes gone by, second period. Off the screen, Petrovic fakes Wingate and misses. Robinson out. Chance for a little bit of an advantage. Nullified, and now a turnover. Strickland loses it again. Young to Petrovic.
What a beautiful move by Young. And then Petrovic running the baseline without the basketball.
8-point lead. Biggest was 9 for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, that was right on the other side of the floor.
Petrovic gets knocked to the floor and gets hit hard.
2-shot foul, Joey is saying right there. Joey Crawford, what is happening here now?
Crawford will go to the side as Rick Adelman is incensed. Is he looking for a punching foul?
Well, I think what they're talking about here, you know, Petrovic really got knocked to the floor. Strickland got himself right out of there. But in this situation, the Portland bench is saying, let's look at him right here. Now, here he comes off the big bam. Forearm into the face by Strickland.
2-shot foul, an elbow, and the 3rd personal foul against Rod Strickland. So Larry Brown's going to have to do something about the point guard spot now.
Well, right now, the Portland coaching staff, they're all over Strickland. Strickland is waving at the staff. What he should do is move away from the Portland bench. That's very smart. You can't lose your focus. You are the point guard, the team leader. They need your creativity to get down inside the lane. Larry is looking at the situation, knows that their team is in the wrong because he really did lay Petrovic down.
And foolish of Strickland to keep walking over and baiting the bench over there. Wrong side to be on. He'll go out with 3 fouls.
Now, this is going to hurt a little bit with San Antonio because you have 2 big guards really in the backcourt with Wingate and Willie Anderson. The ball handling is not there.
The other point guard, and he hasn't gotten a call, is Johnny Moore, the veteran, who is not really in style with this kind of San Antonio team, and he elects to go, as you mentioned, with 2 shooting guards. 3 fouls for Strickland. Here's Cummings. Robinson, and a loose ball foul. Let's see if it's against David. It is. It's his 3rd foul. So now the Spurs are really in trouble.
They're in trouble because Terry Cummings has been able to beat Buck Williams off the dribble, except he keeps getting himself caught behind the backboard, and he has not had a good shot release at the basket yet. Now here on the miss, you'll see on the miss, David comes right up over the top of Duckworth. That's the advantage of the big body.
Frank Burkowski replaces David Robinson. Duckworth with a turnaround, and you're right, he looks awkward trying that shot.
Remember, this is a guy who averages 16 points a game.
9-point lead, Burkowski. Rebound by Buck Williams, and Portland can open up their biggest lead of this first half. Petrovic for three.
He's been open the entire half. He's had 5 good shots.
Sean Elliott got the rebound and a foul against the Blazers. It'll be their 3rd team foul and the first against Drazen Petrovic. But Clyde Drexler will come back in, and there is the oldest man in the NBA, 39-year-old Caldwell Jones.
Caldwell, they call him Pops. We understand that, Caldwell just loves softball. Come on, he's got his cap and his bat ready to go. But the family from McGee, Arkansas, 4 brothers have played in the NBA, and their other brother, Oliver, is the head coach at Albany State. Matter of fact, the assistant coach is another brother, Melvin.
Whistle. An illegal defense called against the Trailblazers. Duckworth, I believe, was the guilty party. Caldwell Jones and Moses Malone are the only players left in the league that played in the ABA. In fact, Jones went to Houston in the deal that sent Moses to Philadelphia, where Philly won the title.
Well, when Caldwell broke in, he was a big-time scorer when he played with St. Louis and San Diego.
Sean Elliott misses. Spurs are cold from the field. 9-point lead. Cliff Robinson. They foul him. 4th team foul on San Antonio. And number 2 on Sean Elliott.
You step back if you're coaching this game today. There's David Robinson, who's really frustrated. And then the guy that must make it happen for you is sitting right next to him. There have been a ton of outside shots at both ends of the floor. No one can hit consistently at either end. So mostly everything that we're seeing today is either on the foul line or below the foul line off the dribble.
Cliff Robinson starting the previous 6 games, his first starts of the year. And the biggest lead of the game right now is 10 for the Blazers. 7 minutes now remaining in the first half.
See, I like this strategy, Portland. Press David Wingate down the floor, make him labor a little bit and run clock.
Drexler on Willie Anderson. Open is Wingate, and he banks that one.
See, Larry Brown said they've been allowing Wingate to be open, and fortunately for us, he's making the shot with great consistency.
Good pass, Drexler to Cliff Robinson, and he lost it. Got deflected away. Now the Spurs again.
See, you can't play soft today. The bumping and grinding is going to go uncalled.
Cummings short. He's way off. Cummings so far has 6 points.
What I don't like, every time San Antonio misses, you do not see a white shirt on the offensive board. A dark shirt.
Porter. And for Porter now, 15 points. He's the leading scorer in the game. Halfway through this first half, Portland led by 7 after 1 quarter. Elliott in the crowd, gets the hoop.
Very tough shot.
Lead pass to Drexler. Gets his own rebound. Misses it again. He had 2 chances there. 2 good ones.
You don't see that happen very often. Usually he'll be down in there and he'll dunk the ball.
This place wouldn't be filled to capacity if that happened too often either, usually. 9 on the shot clock.
They just have to take their time, Dick. They're only down 8 and they're having a horrendous shooting half.
And Willie Anderson from outside. Anderson with 12 is the Spurs leading scorer. And now a timeout is called.
Leading point guard, you can't give the other team 2 foul shots. And most important, you can't put yourself on the bench when you are the leading guy in minutes for your basketball team. And I might underline that by saying adding 12 assists per game.
I already have. Now, Portland, 21% shooting thus far, and San Antonio has outscored them 10-9, so the Trailblazers have to be very pleased with that combination. Kevin Duckworth. First basket of the game.
What a beautiful spin move, and he came out of it totally under control.
Under 5 minutes remaining, first half. Willie Anderson from the baseline hits. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Tim Brannon. We've got James Brown coming your way at the half as well here in Portland. Anderson is yet to miss. He's a perfect 6 for 6 from the field for the Spurs.
They've been trying to post Drexler, and now they're going to bring Kersey to the ball.
Open is Duckworth. He has shot in this floor before, I have the feeling.
Yeah. Oh, he was out there. He was rooting that one in with his arms. Okay.
Got it down to 6. Now it's up to 8 again. Cummings, triple team, knocked away by Kersey. This is a 2-on-1. Drexler.
The glide, the slide, how quick he dunks it. Quick movement.
And San Antonio needs a bromide after all of that. And Drexler trying to get another steal, commits the foul, and that will be the 4th team foul. Each team now has 4, and Clyde's first. 10-point lead matches the biggest of the game for the Trailblazers. At one time, early on, the Spurs led by 5.
Both teams are shooting the penalty on the next foul.
That's right. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Sean Elliott, tough shot. Offensive rebound by Caldwell Jones, and he'll get the hoop and will take a trip to the free throw line as well.
Well, Caldwell's man left him that time to help out on the penetration. See, here's a 4 by NBA standards on the foul line.
Buck Williams working against Caldwell Jones. Duckworth keeps it going.
Watch the clock.
3 seconds on the clock. Porter has time and hits the 3. They lost track of that guy. 18 points for Terry Porter. Timeout, Spurs. Biggest lead right now.
Now you watch. Now, it's forced a bad shot by Buck. Now as Duckworth rebounds this, it comes out. You'll see that the one guy who sees the shot clock is right there. That is his 14th three-point make in this series.
And the rest of the Phoenix Suns leading by 11. Terry Cummings back in the game. He's posting up against Buck Williams. Buck pushing him out effectively. 4 on the shot clock. Anderson may not know it. And the 24-second buzzer expired.
The defensive quickness of Portland today has been outstanding. See, there's Larry's frustrating. When you run the passing game and they can't hit the cutters from the other side of the floor, you're relying on your guys to beat the defender off the dribble. And up until now, unsuccessful.
You know, and that's what San Antonio hoped what Portland would do, is revert to a one-on-one game, right?
Right.
Sean Elliott smothers Duckworth, setting a pick, and a moving pick against Duckworth. That'll be a foul on him, his 3rd. Let's go to Tim Brand. Tim?
Dick, during that last time out, Larry Brown was telling the Spurs, let's just get out of this half. Let's just keep it close. Everything bad that can happen to us has happened. We're still in this thing. Let's just keep it close, get back on defense, and get out of this half. We'll be all right.
You know, that's such a great advice. You know, he's a great psychologist, Larry Brown, and he's right. Anderson low now to Cummings, double team. Anderson goes up.
See, on any double team, San Antonio is only taking 1 pass.
Right.
They're not making the second pass to the other side of the floor.
Or reversing the ball. Meanwhile, stepping on the line is Drexler.
Now keep an eye on this. Here's Kersey saying, my man is not coming off of this screen into the middle. And if he is, I'm going to be there.
Cliff Robinson replaces Kevin Duckworth, who goes out with 3 personal fouls. Surprise starter today, after being out the entire series with a broken hand. Duckworth has scored 4. Cummings hits from long range for the first time today.
But their game is totally perimeter. That's why if you're Portland, you're happy with your club.
1:20 to go in the half. Porter goes in, and offensive foul as holding his ground was Caldwell Jones.
That was an excellent call. There was no way that Porter knew that once he got down in there, he was tripping, and he did not have his feet underneath him to elevate up for a good shot.
With that shooting advantage, they're still trailing by 9 here. Spurs. Here's that double and a good one on Cummings. 7 on the shot clock. Wingate. Crashing the board is Willie Anderson. Tipped up and in. That was Cummings, I believe. Barry Cummings now with 10 points. Under a minute to go. Kersey. Jerome Kersey.
See, you can never relax because Portland is determined to get the ball in quick and up over half court, and they allow Drexler to make things happen. Excellent pass that time.
Out of bounds, it's still Spurs ball, and they have 4 seconds to attempt a shot.
Cliff Robinson, terrific defense that time on the dribbler. The coaching staff at Portland, that's all they talk about is that, hey, it was this.
It is still San Antonio's ball, and they now have 2 seconds to attempt a shot. That's the new rule this year, and one that rewards defensive play.
The key that you do not want to have happen if you're playing defense right now is a lob to the front of the rim.
They're not going to get it off again. Twice now, the Spurs did not get the shot off in time.
The difference in the trapping. When Portland traps you, San Antonio's having trouble making the next pass. But when San Antonio traps, Portland is having no problem finding the free people.
Difference of about 3 seconds on the shot clock to the game clock here in the final seconds of the first half. Trailblazers up by 9. Picking the spot up to Kersey. Cliff Robinson valiantly, but now releasing was Cummings with 2.5 seconds to go.
Don't fall asleep.
And Porter got a block on Anderson.
That's right.
And Hugh Evans was right there to make the correct call.
Good, because he did not allow the guy to come down. You know, he caught the basketball. You'll see it right here. As he came down, he came right underneath him. You need that step, the one step.
Evans was to the right of the picture there, right on top of the play. And Porter will go to the line to shoot 2. Larry Brown. 20-second timeout called by Portland.
Now Larry's all upset, but what you have to watch out for right now, see, UB is right.
The time was in game 1 when he scored only 9. Portland will have Porter and Drexler at guard, and up front it'll be Duckworth at center. He's got 3 fouls, along with Buck Williams and Jerome Kersey. Willie Anderson and Rod Strickland at guard. It's Cummings, David Robinson, and Sean Elliott. Buck Williams had a very quiet offensive first half, but had 6 rebounds.
I expect to see more movement, Dick, out of San Antonio.
Elliott tried to pass it into Robinson, and Kersey picked it off. And Kersey hits the first basket of the second half.
Kersey's had a big ball game up to date. He's really doing a solid job. That's his 13th point. More important, it's his 6th field goal. Really excellent.
Terry Cummings scored the last 8 points for San Antonio in the first half. Elliott goes baseline against Kersey, and a nice move by the rookie from Arizona.
Well, Larry Brown said in the second half of the season he's playing with much more confidence, and the surprise is he feels he's an excellent defender. But Strickland has got to do something from the outside perimeter to get them to play honest defensively.
He did that early in the game.
So when you're not comfortable doing something, that's the key.
Kersey missed, no white shirts underneath. Cummings the rebound. Lead is 6. Opportunity for San Antonio to really get back in it. Robinson. Rebound, Kersey.
The big thing is to bump David Robinson out and then don't let him get on the offensive board.
Duckworth. San Antonio comes down with it. The Spurs outshot Portland 50 to 42% in the first half.
What a great steal by Kersey. Talk about anticipation.
Those are the effort plays that both coaches talked about yesterday.
Kersey's yelling for the ball because he's got David Robinson in a one-on-one situation.
That's all changed now, and the clock shows 6 seconds. Porter misses a three, and the rebound Robinson.
See, if I'm coach of Portland, I don't like what I'm seeing. Too many outside shots.
Anderson inside to Cummings, and he's fouled, and he can make it 10 straight points. There's the shooting percentage. Anderson, Willie 6 for 7. Porter made 7 out of 8. Portland went to the line 11 more times than San Antonio, and the points off turnovers, a big barometer through the series.
Well, you know, people look at this and say, well, San Antonio only shot 5 foul shots. There's something wrong. No, if you stay perimeter and shoot jump shots, you do not slice off the dribble and go to the basket, or you do not have a low post game, you're never going to get fouled and get on the line.
People always think it's the officials, right?
That's right. And you have to admit, in that first half, Portland was taking the ball to the basket much more than San Antonio.
Drexler committed his second personal foul to send Cummings to the line. And he now has 16, says Terry. He has scored 30 or more in 3 of the 6 games in this series. Still a 6-point game. Trailblazers in white lead. Drexler with a fall away. That's short. Robinson with another rebound. That's 10 for the Admiral.
The last 5 shots have all been fall-away jump shots.
Cummings. Strickland inside. Very nearly committed his 4th foul. But here comes Portland on the break. Porter goes all the way to Williams. Good penetration.
That was excellent. He took both defenders right to him. Both thought that he was going to lay it up before he dropped off the pass.
56-50, Portland. And Robinson is fouled, and Duckworth may have picked up his 4th, and he has.
I watched Porter take all of them right to the rim here. And then out of the corner, right to the right side, here's Buck Williams showing.
Duckworth will go out with his 4th personal foul, replaced by Wayne Cooper, the shot blocker.
See, to me, any time that you're going to combine Duckworth and Cooper, what do they mean to the team? It's 20 points and 10 rebounds over an entire season.
Strickland goes out again to Robinson. It is still San Antonio ball. Few people, including Porter, hit the deck.
Well,
he got hit under the chin.
The Portland people want the charge. The San Antonio people want the foul. So it's a neutral. It's out of bounds.
That's right. Canceling them all out.
All right.
Cummings. Percy the rebound. David Robinson is only 1 for 10 from the field, and his team trails by only 6.
Portland's got to get their offense together. They've gone away from the pick and roll, which was so successful. They've gone away from the low boxing, which was double teamed, into this why all these forced jump shots with many seconds on the clock.
Percy with a forced jump shot, but he had 2 seconds on the clock, but it was forced. Tim Brandt.
All right, Dick, 3 things that are concerning Rick Adelman right now. Number 1 is the shooting percentage of his team. They aren't getting good shots. He wants more movement, as Hubie just said. Also, they got to keep Robinson in check. He didn't have a Robinson-type first half, and they want to keep Duck in the ballgame. He just picked up his 4th. That's his major concern right now.
He may be 0 for 3. Willie Anderson off balance, but off the glass. Willie with an Olympian move. He was on the Olympic team, and again a 4-point game. San Antonio hanging in there on the road. The home team has won every game so far in this 6-game series today. Buck Williams fouled before the shot, no basket. And that'll be the first foul against the San Antonio Spurs, and it'll be Cummings with his 2nd.
Watch the degree of difficulty on the fade here, and no swish, played the glass beautifully.
That's why they have the glass, to use it. You always go crazy when people use the glass. Elliott's 3rd personal foul, so they give it to Sean, and he's got 3. Cummings still has 1. Glide the glide. Rebound by Robinson. That's 11 for David Robinson. Anderson out to Strickland in a crowd. He knows how to arc those shots in the lane, doesn't he?
I like what's happening for San Antonio. They're pushing the ball, and they're looking for transition. Right now, the coaching staff at Portland very upset because the entire game isn't outside of 15 feet.
Up Boston, Indiana, Portland, and yes, San Antonio, an NBA record 35 games, improvement over last year's 21-61 record.
The interesting statement there, San Antonio has 10 new players of their 12 and they still could put together a record like that and be one of the 6 best on the road. And then you look at Portland, they have 6 new players of their 12. That's excellent coaching at both benches here over an 82-game schedule.
Robinson with 5 rebounds. Here in this third period, the whole Portland team just has 3. And staying out of foul trouble has got to be one of the things for David to think about, as well as Rod Strickland. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go, third period.
See, if you're going to stay perimeter and launch all these long bombs and miss, then you better get on the offensive board. But with Robinson holding you to 1 shot, then naturally everything is in the tempo of San Antonio.
Williams setting a pick. It's a pick and roll. Drexler saw an opening. Open again is Porter. He's a tough guy to leave open for those threes, and he's got another one. That's 3.
What a great game he's having, because they have totally shut down Drexler.
22 points for Porter. Anderson to Strickland, penetrating again with that familiar arc. Rod Strickland, team was 18-6 as a starter the last 24 games of the year. Rob moved into the lineup. Kersey in the corner. Drexler crashes the boards, and good hustle. It's still Portland ball.
You know what's disappointing me about Kersey right now? He's launching all of these jump shots. You have 16 seconds on the shot clock, and he's not even trying to take Sean Elliott off the dribble, who's in foul trouble.
Well, they may be trying for a scoring record here. That's true. Wayne Cooper sets a pick for Porter. Buck Williams beats Anderson to the ball. Boy, he's out hustling everyone he's gone against. Drexler air ball. Kersey inside, stepped on the line, no basket. And San Antonio with a chance now to cut it to 1.
See, sometimes when you have a star player like Drexler and a guy is cold, give him a little quick pop out, one-on-one, clear the side, let him take you to the basket. Even if he doesn't score, he gets fouled, he gets on the line, and get him out of the snide that he's in.
And Rod Strickland in the lane again, and it's a 1-point game, 59-58. Less than half to go in the third.
I tell you, Strickland is doing an excellent job penetrating with that soft shot.
Strickland and Robinson each playing with 3 personal fouls. Porter continues his brilliant offensive play today. 24.
You know, he comes off that pick and roll. He's looking jump shot all the way. And it's interesting that they don't step out and trap him. Make him give up the basketball.
3-point lead. Anderson fakes Drexler in, and a foul. It'll be a 2-shot foul coming up.
Here we have Porter coming off this pick. Now you see how he jockeyed the man in, but he's looking jump shot all the way. And if you're going to lay back, then he's going to be open all the time as long as he steps back off the pick.
Sean Elliott goes out. Frank Burkowski replaces it. Terry Porter with the foul. And here's David Robinson, who Rick Adelman said yesterday, the most mature rookie I've ever seen in the NBA. Now with 3 points, it's 1 out of 2.
You know, if there is a weakness in his game, it's the foul line, because he only shoots 69%.
Here's Kersey again, hitting from outside. Jerome with 15. And the lead is 4 now. Trailblazers had an 11-point lead in the late stages of the half. Cummings is fouled, and the Spurs are getting inside now almost every time.
Yeah, but you see, Buck Williams is not allowing Terry Cummings to come to the middle of the floor. And that's where he loves to operate. Come off the wing, get into the middle, hit the jumper, or take it to the basket. He keeps sending him to the baseline where he is getting defensive help.
Second foul on Williams, and the 4th team foul on Portland. People may not realize they got Cummings for veteran stability with a young team, and there you see Porter's work so far. Cummings is only 29 years old. People think he's going to be 35.
Well, some people forget the trade. They gave Alvin Robertson and Greg Cadillac Anderson to Milwaukee for Cummings. Great tap that time by Burkowski.
Tipped in, a big one. And the lead is down to 1 again. Porter in the crowd, and they'll call Burkowski with the foul. He just had his arms up, but Porter will shoot a pair, and that's the 2nd team foul against San Antonio.
Watch on the left of your screen. On the line, Bukowski's the second guy in. He steps in, no block out that time. Buck Williams never put a body on Frank.
Here's Porter, 24 points and 6 assists so far.
See, when you're looking at your offense and you have one guy like this, he's scoring a ton of points and he's your point guard. Well, you know, you have to examine whatever else we're running here. You know, we're not getting anything. But more important, you don't want to get lost and try to have your point guard beat them by himself.
You know, Porter was one of the top playmakers in the league this year, but Drexler and not Porter has led the team in assists in every game so far.
Well, a good question comes up by a lot of people, and they say, is Porter a point guard or an off guard? But, you know, they say they got to ask him to shoot, but he's really picked up in this series. Done a terrific job.
David Robinson is deflected by Cooper. Strickland still in a crowd.
Great hustle by Rod.
Here's Sean Elliott. And again, a one-point game, 65-64 in the drama here in the third period of a Game 7 of the Western semifinals. Winner plays Phoenix, best of 7, for the right to go to the NBA Finals. Winding down to 4 minutes to go in the third.
See, Willie Anderson doing a great job on the post on Drexler.
Cooper. Great pass from Drexler and a good move by Cooper. Anderson at the other end. Elliott has it knocked away by Kersey and a foul against Strickland, and that'll be 4 on Rod.
Now you see the move. Now watch as Robinson brings a shot right back with that left hand. Cooper, you know, right around that 7-foot, put the block. Now here you're going to see, you know, real good hustle here. Porter getting his hands down inside. An excellent move and hustle by Strickland to save this. Now here we have a good dribble. There are the hands of Kersey knocking that one free.
David Wingate has replaced Strickland, goes to the bench with 4 personal fouls. He has been an igniter for the Spurs. Let's see how they react with him on the bench.
Drexler is not in the flow of the game from an offensive standpoint.
There's the shot clock, ball away. By Kersey, tipped in, no basket. And we'll have an offensive foul called, and it'll be against Wayne Cooper.
That was an incredible follow-up because his hand was underneath that shot. Watch how Cooper goes up here and gets this shot. Look at the position of his hand, how he taps that up. Now that is hard to do. Put it right off the glass.
It's the 15 foul and the penalty situation, and David Robinson on the line. Can cut the Portland lead to 1. But he's got 11 rebounds. Again, he misses a free throw. 3:20 to go, 67-65. And that'll be Wingate with the foul, and that's the 14th foul against the Spurs. One more, and they'll be in the penalty.
Larry Brown, big accolades for David Wingate. Says that he's playing at his all-time best. He's become an excellent defender for them. And how about the way he came here? On the recommendation of Mo Cheeks.
Sure. Wingate and Cheeks came from Philadelphia.
Here we go!
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Double on Williams. Cooper. And now they're in the penalty and a pushing foul. Sean Elliott. And that'll be his 4th foul. So Elliott will have to go out.
See, Sean got caught in a mismatch that time and tried to push off in order to give himself some defensive area there.
Terry Cummings will replace Sean Elliott. We're at Memorial Coliseum in Portland, Oregon. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Tim Brandt, along with James Brown. And it's game number 7. Both of these teams are foreign to 7th games. Portland has never played in one, and San Antonio hasn't been in a 7th game since 1981. And of course, these kids have practically not even been in the league, most of them. Rookies, second-year players. Cooper with the free throw. 3 minutes exactly to go. And a timeout called by Larry Brown. can get down here and sit next to me, Hubie, we'll find a seat for you. You can watch the rest of this game in the crowd. I'll tell you, pretty thorough analysis from Mrs. Robinson. David goes up, draws the foul, gets the basket. Can you believe that one? I don't believe that basket.
That's an amen. That's an amen.
That's right.
Right. And there it is. The offensive move gets, and not only you get the two, you get the foul.
And Wayne Cooper's third foul. If they would just listen to Frida Robinson.
That's right.
69-68 Blazers. 2:45 remaining, third period. Ken on the shot clock.
He's got to take him.
Cummings knocks it away. Drexler. Wild shot. Rebound Robinson. And now San Antonio can take the lead. No over and back. Joey Crawford right there and Willie Anderson. And San Antonio just watched the ball come down. No one went after the ball. In fact, Blazers did the same. Winding 2 minutes to go and Porter is fouled.
You know, you look at this young man, Terry Porter, and he is having some day. He's the only player on Portland who is taking the ball into the painted area right here, challenging the front court people, and then getting to the foul line. Now you say, why is that so important? Because David Robinson is in foul trouble, and if he does come to help out, you can drop the ball off to other people to score. But they need this also from their other two penetrators, Percy and Drexler.
They ought to spread the message around. Porter has 26 points. 2:06 remaining in the third quarter.
Now remember, in this series, Porter, Drexler, and Percy are all scoring over 20 points a game per Portland.
A 2-point lead for the Blazers. Terry Cummings has tied it up, and the first tie since 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Knotted up at 70. Home team has won every game in this series. Kersey from the corner gets his own rebound.
Cummings got a piece of that shot.
And Porter open again for another three, his fourth of the game. He is wide open every time.
They can talk big-time shots. I mean, he's all by himself, and many times that's the toughest way to make that three-point shot when you're by yourself out there.
Here's the pick and roll of David Robinson, and Robinson will go to the line again. Something he's done very well for a rookie.
Now here down in the right-hand side, you'll see Cummings coming off of a nice baseline pick that time by Frank Rakowski. Wide open shot.
Kersey replaces Williams. Buck Williams gets a hand as he leaves. Cliff Robinson is in the game, and Danny Young has replaced Terry Porter, who goes out with 30 points. Keep in mind, Porter scored 38 in game number 5. That was the double overtime game. Portland by 1 again. They leave Cooper open. And Young gets the rebound, knocked away from behind by Willie Anderson. A 3-on-2 now. Wingate gives up the break. Terry Cummings. Rebound by Drexler as the Spurs could have taken their first lead since the first quarter there. This is game number 7. Winner plays Phoenix in the Western Final. It'll still be Portland ball. I thought that was last touch by Rakowski, Hubie.
Yeah, from this angle it looked that way. I'm just disappointed in the fact that Drexler is not looking to do his thing off the dribble, the slashing part of his game that he's, so talented in doing. Well, he just can't get them all on a fast break.
6 points in the game, none in the third quarter. Here it is, the last play.
There it is right there. For us, that was a tough angle. You couldn't see the ball that time. but I thought that it was first hit by Cooper, and then Burkowski did get a piece of it.
About 7 seconds differential between the game clock that you see and the shot clock. Double on David Robinson, good speed, Burkowski, and they're going to jump it up. Kersey tied up Burkowski, and he'll have a jump ball.
Great block that time. Nice cut from the opposite wing by Burkowski. Excellent pass by David Robinson. Right there, see, anytime that you know defense is flowing on you, the presence of mind, do the pump fake, let the guy get up in the air, then step up in and make the layup or the three-point play.
Buck Williams replaces Wayne Cooper. And Caldwell Jones is also checked in. Jones is going to be defending against Buck Williams. Final shot coming up of this third quarter. Williams with a hook shot. And it won't count if it goes. And we're in for a 12-minute thriller, I believe, in Game 7. And David Robinson comes alive in the third.
The NBA playoffs continue here on CBS. With 12 minutes to go, the Blazers lead 73-72 by 1. The big story today, Kevin Duckworth playing with a broken hand. No one expected him to play. And Wayne Cooper with a bad back. He suffered back spasm. Haven't played in 2 weeks. No problems thus far. Cooper maybe a little bit fatigued, but that's it. Duck's still ready to go. Dick?
Duck's been on the bench a lot. Now Cooper is with him. 12 minutes to go plus. And keep in mind that Portland has shot 34% since the first quarter. And if it weren't for Terry Porter, as we talked during the intermission, where would they be?
Well, Larry Brown said yesterday, the big thing with us, we must establish defensively. And then when they get in their half-court game, they run such good plays for their people that we've got to move them off their spots.
Strickland with 4 fouls, starts at guard. Caldwell Jones off the rim into the hands of Williams. Good pass from David Robinson.
Caldwell Jones in there now. He's been playing excellent ball for them in the playoffs.
Drazen Petrovic in the game at guard, along with Danny Young, the backups for the Blazers. Cliff Robinson, Buck Williams, and Jerome Kersey up front.
First time we've seen this offensive set.
Williams gone in, draws the foul.
Now this is an excellent pass by David Robinson. Here comes Kersey once again. You know, they say he's the intangible man on this ball club. Unhurled is the hardest working guy that they have. He does everything. And once again, we're talking about another guy, you know, that was discovered from a, how about this size school, Longwood College.
They could play Wisconsin-Stevens Point in a 7-game.
You talk about 2 outstanding players representing their college.
Oh, that's for sure. David Wingate joins Rod Strickland at guard for the Spurs. Up front, David Robinson, Caldwell Jones, and Sean Elliott. Elliott and Strickland both playing with 4 fouls.
Remember, like we said earlier, Larry Brown likes to try to get it to Robinson moving. He feels he's much more effective.
Robinson is moving and hits the jumper. David Robinson, after a slow start, has 11. At only 2 at the half.
Well, you see, if I'm David Robinson, I know Buck Williams is on me. I want to get him as close to the hole as I can because I can shoot over him every time.
10 on the shot clock for the Trailblazers. Kersey going in. That's the idea. A loose ball foul against Portland, but at least they're now trying to get inside.
See, to me, they just don't have anyone who can play Kersey off the dribble, or Drexler. If you get them in any kind of one-on-one situation, or if they're coming off a motion with a cut, hit them early and then let them go.
Buck Williams with his third. Elliott against Petrovic.
Nice.
Goes in and a foul. Non-shooting foul, and that'll be against Drazen Petrovic. That'll be his second, and there is Terry Porter, who has scored 30 points today. Replaces Young, but Porter has 4 3-point baskets for the Blazers.
Larry Brown really high on Sean Elliott. Like he told us yesterday, he thought that, you know, there was a lot of pressure on him early because they drafted him so high to come out and be outstanding. And for this training camp, that really put a big burden on his game.
He was out of shape. And the 3rd pick of the draft, and I guess more pressure was put on him when David Robinson played so well this year.
Right, and then, but the second half of the season, Larry said he can really do it. Going to be a big star for us in the future.
There's the free throw story. We're tied again, 75. Blazers had an 11-point lead in the second quarter. Petrovic gets his own rebound on the miss. Kersey over Elliott. Robinson with the rebound. 13 for David Robinson. That's his best rebounding. Well, he had 17 in one game. Goes in. Foul. They're going to count the basket. Goaltending against Cliff Robinson. And a pushing foul as well.
You'll see this one now. Now, watch Cliff Robinson. He really is a talented guy. Here's your shot on the way up. See, and he did not want that. In my opinion, that was not goaltending. That ball was still on his way up. He surprises you. You know, he's 6'10", Cliff Robinson, and he has long arms.
It's the free throw, winds up with the ball. Caldwell Jones lays it in, and the San Antonio Spurs have now taken a 79-75 lead. Timeout Portland, and their first lead since the first quarter.
See, I like the move. When you have Caldwell and
lost the first two to the Philadelphia 76ers and then won the next four, and they are the last team to come from a 2-0 deficit in the best-of-7 series to win it, and the San Antonio Spurs are in that position today to become the fifth ever to do it. Here's Tim Brandt.
All right, Dick, during this timeout, Rick Adelman was really trying to light his team up. He gave him a pep talk, said, hey, we're all right. All we've got to do is get the ball moving again, playing like we were the first three periods. He was trying to tell them they're not out of the ball game. All of a sudden, everybody stood up, started clapping. They're ready to go, Dick.
Well, I'm surprised that they don't go back to the pick-and-roll game, because in the first quarter, that's how they were able to maintain the 10-point lead. Because San Antonio would trap it, it would open up free people, movement, and they're getting excellent shots.
Clyde Drexler back at guard. Kevin Duckworth with 4 fouls back in at center for the Blazers. Trailing by 4. San Antonio on a 7-0 run. 2 seconds on the shot. Duckworth misses. And Portland has now missed 7 in a row. Here's Wingate. Nice. Beating Robinson, and now the biggest lead of the game established by the Spurs.
2 excellent passes. Strickland and then Wingate taking the defense and getting the layup.
2.5 minutes gone by in period number 4 of the 7th game of this series. Phoenix waits in the wings for the survivor.
See with Caldwell Jones and Robinson in there.
Porter, where would they be without Porter, who has 32 points?
See, every time they throw down inside, the threat of the shot block, the ball is going right back out to the perimeter. A lot of pressure on Terry Porter.
Speaking of a Terry Cummings, and Willie Anderson getting set to come back in for San Antonio. Wingate misses on the break. Drexler. That's only his 8th point of the game.
And only his first field goal in the second half.
And a timeout called by San Antonio. 170 straight here in Portland. 8.5 minutes to play.
In the last 5 to 6 minutes, San Antonio running excellent stuff. Look at this.
Sean Elliott wide open. Elliott with 9.
You got to be impressed with the fact that the shots are wide open. No defender within range.
Drexler trying to get inside. Chance point. Williams. Basket will counter a foul. It's a foul. No basket.
Excellent call. No way. Good shot block that time. You'll see the penetration by Drexler. See, this is what we think, because see, once the defense rotates, that opens up offensive rebounding for you. There it is. Well, unfortunately, you couldn't get a good shot of it, but they definitely got it on the way up.
Cummings with his 2nd foul. Buck Williams, if he's ever had a weakness in play, it's been the free throw.
Yeah, but he's been happy. He said during the course of the year he shot over 70%, really, and he has a lot of confidence. He thinks he can make them. But in this series, both teams have really been struggling. They have not made the foul shot.
1 out of 2, 83-80, San Antonio. Gibby mentioned their road performance. They were 22-19 away from home this year. Pretty good for a young team. Strickland, penetration, Drexler knocked away, still Blazers ball. Summers Squall has won the Preakness at Pimlico. Unbridled, the Kentucky Derby winner second, and Mr. Frisky third. That's unofficial results from the Preakness at Pimlico. 7:40 to play in this one. Porter with a good pick on Anderson, and a San Antonio blocking foul.
He's stunned. He's really stunned because as he made his move, he got popped flush on the mouth.
Third team foul against the Spurs. Each team has 3, and Terry Cummings is big enough to provide a hurt. That's his third.
Now you'll see. Yeah, good movement by the defense that time. Excellent position by Terry Cummings.
Porter had 27 points in game 2 and 38 in game number 5. Has 33 right now. He has overshadowed Drexler in all phases today.
Well, in order to win that game 5, Drexler had to come in with 35 himself.
That's right.
The guy that I have not given enough credit to right now is Willie Anderson. He has done an excellent job matching up with Drexler.
1-point lead, Spurs. Double on Robinson. Here's Anderson.
Nice.
Finds Strickland. And a block by Kersey. Kersey blocked the shot, and Portland can regain the lead. Porter. No foul that time. Body to body. Joey Crawford was right there.
Oh, the ball was short.
Sean Elliott. Drexler has it. Again, the Blazers can lead. Kersey. And he's fouled.
Now, this is the tempo that we thought we would see earlier, like we did in the first quarter. Now here we have the shot. Now watch this excellent pass. Here comes Kersey. Beautiful. Catches it before it gets up above the rim. He's ignited a lot of things here today.
David Robinson picks up his 4th personal foul. So Robinson, Sean Elliott, and Rod Strickland all with 4. And one more San Antonio foul will put them in the penalty, but Kersey misses the free throw. Been a continuing story for both teams.
Pressure games, Dick, always determined by the foul line and who gets the most easy basket. Second shots and open floor.
San Antonio by 1. Robinson didn't have control. Strickland saves it. Good hustle. He beat Drexler to the corner.
Great pass.
Inside and a foul.
Not only did Strickland get the offensive rebound, but what a great pass.
And Cummings will go to the line, and Rod Strickland.
Once the pass right back to him. Now you see that? Found the free man as soon as the defense rotated.
Each team with 4 team fouls. Kersey picked up his 4th. Cummings with 20, and here's David Wingate. And Sean Elliott will go out. So now a 3-guard lineup of Strickland, Wingate, and Willie Anderson in there for San Antonio.
Yeah, but they moved Willie Anderson up to the small forward position to match up with Kersey.
And Cummings makes them both.
This is not a weakness in the defense of San Antonio. Willie Anderson played the entire rookie year last season at small forward.
Trap on Porter. They give it up. 8 on the shot clock. Drexler. Rebound. Robinson over the top. Kersey beat him and drew the foul. Robinson came close to picking up 5, and maybe he did.
Boy, is this guy giving some effort today. Kersey's everywhere. He's on the board. He's blocking shots. He's running the lane.
5 on David Robinson.
Now watch right into the center of your screen here. Comes down right here. They catch him up over the top. There's your hit.
And Robinson will come out, and Caldwell Jones replaces him. David has scored 15 points and has 14 rebounds, but goes to the bench with 5 personal fouls.
Well, it's going to be a short stay. We only have 6 minutes to go in the game. You know, he might leave him there for a minute, maybe a minute and a half.
Kersey cuts the lead to 1.
Big thing now, San Antonio, you've got to stay to your offensive sets. You've got to try to include Willie Anderson or Cummins.
Anderson misses. Here comes Portland. Ahead of the field is Drexler. Blazers regain the lead.
As soon as that shot went up, Clyde Drexler took off down to the other end of the floor.
Strickland gives San Antonio the lead back. Time remaining. Scintillating 7th and deciding game of this series. Kersey keeps it alive on Duckworth-Smith. And Strickland will pick up his 5th foul right there. 5 on Rod Strickland.
When you see 2 players hustling like that, for a free pass, because that one could have been intercepted by Strickland, you hate to see either guy get a foul.
And they're in the penalty as well, and Terry Porter will shoot. At the conclusion of our game, Hubie Brown and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game. In conjunction with the award, Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $1,000 in the player's name to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Trying to break the tie here is Porter. 13 of 15 from the line. Points. Porter trying to urge the crowd on to be louder. I don't know how much louder they can be. Cummings comes back and hits it.
Go to the proven veteran guys. The primetime guys who have been there before, who can make the shot, and also when they go to the line, will make the foul shots for you.
And thrown away as Porter's pass a little bit beyond the reach of Kersey. And you're right, Robinson didn't spend much time on the pine. He'll be coming back with 5 fouls. And going out is Caldwell Jones. So both Strickland and Robinson stay in the game with 5. That's what you do in Game 7. Willie Anderson. 91-88 San Antonio. I'm amazed at the poise of a young club at this pressure level.
Absolutely right, Dick. They're doing an excellent job running their offense and freeing guys for wide open shots. Big difference.
Out of bounds. It's still Portland's ball. They have 12 seconds to attempt the shot. 4:36 remain in the 4th quarter. Phoenix Suns going to school on both of these teams. We'll play one of them on Monday to start their 7-game Western Final. Porter knifes in. There's Kersey. Strickland comes out of the pack with a 3-point Spur lead.
Nice.
Robinson gets fouled, pushed by Buck Williams. That's all he could do.
Excellent ball movement, eliminating the possibility of a shot block down in the offensive area for San Antonio.
And both teams now in the penalty, and David Robinson will shoot. 4 on Buck Williams. Cummings with 23 leads the Spurs. Anderson is 18 and Strickland 16. Robinson going for his 17th point. Doesn't get it. 92-88, San Antonio. On the clock, you.
Now, from an offensive standpoint, you can't get careless now and allow any ball to become a loose ball because it's going to be quick legs to get to them. You got to go for every pass strong.
And a turnover. Look out. A 3-on-1 break. Strickland has Wingate and Cummings misses the layup. A big miss for San Antonio. Portland trying to come back with an advantage.
If you don't have it, don't force.
They're down by 4. Double team on Kersey now. Boy, this is pressure at its utmost, and Drexler with a great baseline spin move.
That was a tough shot over the top of Wingate. Very, very tough.
Larry Brown had a smile of appreciation there.
Well, you know, you can't play defense any better than that.
92-90, Spurs. There's the time remaining, fourth quarter. Wingate gets a step, draws the foul. And a foul is on Kersey, number 5 on Jerome.
See, when you look at the San Antonio offense, under pressure, they've been getting a lot of movement on the baseline, many picks. Players are open for little jump shots, and if they're not, they can catch the pass and go to the basket strong.
Kersey becomes the first Trailblazer to pick up his 5th foul. San Antonio has missed 11 free throws today, but lead by 3. And we're getting close to crunch time here.
Nice.
Pass from Drexler inside, blocked by Robinson. Kersey has it knocked away by Wingate. Great defensive play by Wingate, and Strickland fouled by Porter going to the hoop. But it was Wingate who knocked it away.
Good call that time by Joey Crawford. Here he has excellent defense, great shot block, everyone hustling, and there's the strip by Wingate, which started the fast break.
Foul is on Porter and a timeout with just under 3 to go. Each team with 3 timeouts plus a 20, no fouls to give, and Rod Strickland will be going to the line. Rick Adelman, fantastic job coaching the Portland Trailblazers to 59 wins, and a trip to the Western Conference Finals hangs in the balance. Strickland 0 for 1 today, only 54% from the line in the playoffs.
He's played very big here today in the second half. Totally under control, not making any foolish fouls because they need his minutes.
And playing with 5 right now, 95-90. Here's Drexler. Duckworth setting a pick. Switch Cummings, pick and roll to Duckworth. Good defense, gets it back.
Nice.
Strip from behind, might have been David Robinson. Here's Wingate, all the way. Robinson tips it in for San Antonio.
Buck Williams yelling, wants the loose ball foul. Robinson over the back. But in a situation like that, you've got to block him out. You cannot let him get airborne.
It's a 7-point lead and the biggest lead of the game for the Spurs. With less than 2.5 to play. Here's Duckworth getting 2 big ones back.
Got to pull together defensively if you're Portland. It's got to come on one shot opportunity or force the turnover. San Antonio excellent in their half-court offensive sets.
Strickland in the lane. Took a shot with plenty of time on the clock. Under 2 minutes to go. Wingate won't let Porter get the shot off. Drexler fires a 3 and hits it. And it's a 2-point game.
They're not calling a timeout. Larry Brown wants to continue in the flow here.
Williams all over Cummings. Knocked away with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson finds Strickland in the lane. Tipped up, missed by Robinson. And rolls out to Duckworth, and the Trailblazers can tie it up. Porter penetrates, feeds Kersey, and a tie game. And a timeout called by San Antonio. 5 in a row by the Blazers. 7-0 run. .117 remain in the fourth quarter of the deciding game of the series. Portland Trail Blazers have scored 7 straight points to tie this game at 97.
Excellent defense by Porter, and then the rotation to force Strickland into a difficult shot. Now, as Porter goes to the floor, the pitch out, then they maneuver the basketball up the floor. Now here comes Porter. Now watch the penetration, the closing of the defense, the pass to the right. And here comes Kersey with the monster jam.
San Antonio has 2 timeouts plus a 20, and Portland has 3 timeouts plus a 20. Duckworth hit a shot, Drexler with a 3, and Kersey, that's how they got the 7.
While in the last 2 San Antonio sets, Strickland has missed a jumper at the foul line, and then that difficult penetration. He beat his man, but then the man coming at him forced them to change and shoot a high, really high degree of difficulty shot.
David Robinson playing with 5 fouls. San Antonio looking to break the tie.
That's his 2-man Cummings
short with it. Rebound to Porter. Now it's in Portland's hand. Under a minute and 13 on the shot clock for the Blazers.
Trying to go to, they went to Drexler, put a lob, now he's
5 on the shot clock. Porter, defense by Strickland, puts it up. And the rebound by Willie Anderson. There's a 20-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. San Antonio with a chance to break the tie.
Remember, San Antonio, 2 timeouts and a 20.
David Robinson, short. Rebound into the hands of Kersey, and Portland now can play out and they wait for the last shot with 3 seconds differential.
Well, they're sitting on 3 timeouts and a 20.
Now it's 2. Rick Adelman in the Portland Trail Blazer huddle. There's the score. 18.4 seconds remain, and the Trailblazers have 15 of those seconds, so there's a differential of 3.4 seconds.
Well, a major situation here if you're Larry Brown. You're trying to deny every pass. That's number 1. Rick Adelman, we talked to him yesterday, and we said, if you got into a situation exactly like this, what do? He says Terry Porter or Drexler will be involved on one side of the floor. On the other side, we like to set up a stagger or a double screen for the other individual. Now, if you are Portland, you're taking the ball out of bounds. You have 2 timeouts and a 20 to use to make sure that you can get the ball in bounds. If you are San Antonio and you can get them to shoot early, if you can't get a quick pitch out, then you can use your timeouts because you have 3.4 seconds in the differential of the clock.
Defending will be Rod Strickland, David Wingate, Cummings, Robinson, and Anderson. Inbounding will be Drexler. He's got Porter, Duckworth, Kersey, and Buck Williams.
Well, they're trying to get the ball to Porter.
9 on the shot clock.
Maybe a pick and roll here, or 1-on-1.
Porter pulls up. This is the shot, the rebound. Wingate has it.
Up.
1 second to go. Anderson loses the ball, and the buzzer sounds. We're going to overtime.
Great defensive play by Drexler. They had the 2-on-1 break.
So after playing a thrilling double overtime game in game number 5, won by Portland, we go into another overtime. Here's how it ended.
Now, if Porter came to the middle, it probably would have been a pick and roll with Duckworth, but he takes his man off the dribble. Now just watch as this rebound comes off. Now, look in the left lane. See, there's the pass right there. You'll see it now. Here it comes. Your pass is made. Buck Williams hustling. Drexler really shaking and gets a piece right there and knocks the ball loose.
So defensive plays on both ends, particularly that end. And we go to a 5-minute foul. It's the penalty situation in overtime. Those are the players in foul trouble. Strickland and Robinson for the Spurs. Kersey for the Blazers. Kersey jumping against Robinson. Controlled Strickland saves it to Wingate. 5 minutes. They had a whole host of people fouling out in that game 5.
They keep bringing Robinson on the baseline to the ball.
Cummings posting up against Buck Williams. There's Cummings with a turnaround. Tipped up by Robinson, and a great save by Terry Cummings keeps it going.
Plenty of time.
And Willie Anderson goes baseline and draws the foul. It'll be against Buck Williams, his 5th foul and the first team foul. Tim Brand.
Dick, now the San Antonio coaches feel that the trend of the game is going to change. It's going to the free throw line. They want to keep pressure now on Portland's defense by driving to the hoop like we just saw. The outside shot, they want to do away with that. They want pressure, they want drives, they want everything now to go in the middle and keep the pressure on the Portland defense.
Thank you. Willie Anderson looking for his 20th point. And San Antonio up by 2.
Willie's had a great game, offensively and then defensively on Drexler.
We can't underscore more the defensive play, as you mentioned, on Clyde. Porter trying to find room to launch it with 6 on the shot clock now. Kersey ties it.
Once again, the pick and roll. San Antonio hesitated, then double team, opening up Kersey in the corner.
Little more than a minute gone by in the OT. Double on David. 7 on the shot clock. Wingate didn't have control. Tipped up by Strickland, and now the Trailblazers can take a lead in overtime.
You have to be careful. Every time Strickland crashes the board, the guards are going to the other end of the floor.
Ball away by Drexler. Kind of a forced shot, but there's Buck Williams with the rebound.
Now that was man-sized. There were bodies banging all over in there.
He's been doing that all game, Buck Williams. San Antonio has missed 9 in a row. Now make it 10. David Robinson double teamed, and now the Blazers again.
See, when the ball's going into Robinson, there's no movement. There are no cutters. This is freelance.
Drexler going baseline against Wingate. Lays it in. 103-99. Timeout, San Antonio.
Strong move, right back up and in. When he was with New Jersey, you would put in cement. 1,000 rebounds every game, every year. Now, Drexler off the dribble. See, we think this has been there all day for him. Strong move, good defense by San Antonio, but a great move by an outstanding offensive player to make the score.
Since San Antonio had their largest lead of the game, 97-90, with a little over 2 minutes to go, Portland has gone on a 13-2 run. Now let's see what Larry Brown has cooked up. Sean Elliott has returned to the game for the Spurs. David Robinson with 18 points. Keep in mind he's playing with 5 personal fouls. And the Spurs, who are 0 for 4 in overtime, have missed their last 10 shots.
The big thing now is when you're a young ball club, the road team, you have 2.5 minutes to go. You stick to your offense and you go to your key people. Just try not to get rattled. You're only down 4.
And plenty of time remaining. Anderson looking for Robinson with Duckworth in front of him. And they're going to tie it up and they'll call the foul. Holding foul. And it'll be on Drexler, his 3rd personal. We'll take it out of bounds.
The last 3 times, Dick, that David Robinson has caught the ball, he's been double teamed very, very hard. There are no cutters, so he can't get the ball off to anybody getting to the basket.
Full 24 seconds and 2:20 now remaining in the overtime. Off the screen, Anderson to Cummings, and Willie Anderson with a great pass, and now it's a 2-point game.
Excellent two-man basketball.
Cummings with 25 leads the Spurs. 2 minutes to go now in the first overtime period.
Wasted a lot of time getting into the offense here now.
They got 8 on the shot clock. Porter is looking for someone. Gets it back with 4 on the clock, fires away. And that ball will go out of bounds. San Antonio will take over.
Well, you could see people did not know where they were supposed to be going on that play. Here's an excellent pick. And now the drop-off pass as both players got caught up trying to guard Willie Anderson.
Chance to tie for the Spurs.
Bringing Robinson to the ball side.
Turnaround by Robinson ties the score, and David Robinson with 20.
That's the first time in the last 8 or 9 minutes that they have not been able to get the double team on him strong and quick.
Tied at 103. Porter gets free. Cummings the rebound. San Antonio was down by 4, and they can wrest the lead here from the Trailblazers. Cummings, short. And it'll turn it over now to Portland. Larry Brown a little exasperated.
Well, I tell you, that was 3 refs really working together that time. UB Evans wasn't sure whether the ball was tipped. Joey Crawford had to call all the way.
Under a minute to go and 19 on the shot clock for the Trailblazers. Game 7, Western semifinal. The home teams won them all. Drexler has it knocked away. Cummings. Now Strickland. In the crowd. Porter giving him a tough time. Patience. Porter picks up Anderson. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And Strickland throws the ball behind his back, and Drexler in a foot race. Foul. And the basket's going to count, and a foul as well.
Deliberate foul. 2 shots
and the ball. These things decide games.
The defensive player must be in position to defend. Now here you'll see a bad pass. The offensive player went to the corner, not to the basket. Now he doesn't want to give it up, but the NBA has put this in. This is a very good rule. He had to foul him from the rear.
Strickland is fouled out of the game. Drexler hits the free throw. So Rod Strickland with an incredible over-the-head pass at this kind of a game at this time. Really unbelievable. And then pushes Drexler in a deliberate foul on the other end. And it's a kind of a bittersweet game for Strickland, who played so well for most of the game. But fouls out. And the ball for Portland now, leading by 2.
And the key, 26 seconds. So there will be a little differential here.
2.2 seconds.
Before you foul, or will you allow them to run the clock down? Then you're taking your chances if a guy shoots and misses, okay? So consequently, the pressure is on the defense now. Good positioning, trying hard for a deflection and then a possible trap.
Danny Young and Drazen Petrovic, the backup guards, are in the game for the Trailblazers, along with Clyde Drexler. Good ball handlers in there right now, plus Buck Williams.
They're also going to their best foul shooter.
And a foul as Cummings fouls Drexler, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Clyde has 19 points. Kersey back in. Young goes out. Now they want rebounders. And big people. Duckworth also checks back in for Portland.
Now remember, San Antonio still has 2 timeouts and a 20.
If he makes the next, it's a 4-point lead. San Antonio's got to, barring a timeout, score quickly, and then they're in the same situation. 107-103 timeout.
Right now, you must save the seconds off the clock by calling timeout and moving it to half court.
That's what they've done.
And if Portland comes up with it, the game could possibly be over.
Plus, they have not been a good three-point shooting team in this series, only 5 overall. David Wingate is in the game. He happened to hit 2 of them.
Well, during the course of the season, you play 82 games. San Antonio only takes 3 per game. Now, the main thing is when you are the defensive team, you want your guys to make sure that the offense shoots the shot over the top of you, that you do not gamble and allow a player to beat you off the dribble or cut to the basket for a quick layup. The premium here is force them to waste time before they score, whether they release a 3 or whether they release a 2.
Each team has 1 foul to give in this overtime session, and there's a conference with both coaches over at the scorer's table. Deciding where to inbound it, it's going to be on the San Antonio side.
All right, this is interesting that Portland is not playing the guy out of bounds. They're allowing him to pick out the free pass.
Sean Elliott hits Wingate, and he is fouled by Kersey. They used a couple of seconds off the clock.
Now this is perfect for San Antonio. Why? Because now the quick foul, they go to the side. All right, now the next foul is the penalty situation. So you got a bonus if you're San Antonio right here, because only 2 seconds went off the clock. Now you're up closer to the basket. Let's see what happens.
Danny Young is checked in the game. Kersey went out. Sean Elliott forces it up. Cummings is under, and he's fouled, so they're in the penalty. And with 9.1 seconds, trailing by 4, Cummings can go to the line, and so they're still very much in this game. But the defense and the foul, they have to hope they miss free throws.
Well, now it comes down to how you practice and what your philosophy is. If he makes both of these, now they're trying to ice right now. San Antonio, Portland just took a timeout. They got to state there whether it's a 20 or a regular.
All right, he makes the first for 26 points to lead the team.
Now at the high school and college level, I have seen this. You deliberately miss the shot, you get the rebound, the defensive team falls asleep, you kick it back and you shoot a 3. Takes a lot of nerve.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do
All
with
right,
that.
now you got a defense. You've got to play hard defense here.
They foul Drexler. Elliott fouls him from behind, so Drexler, a good free throw shooter, goes on the line. And, of course, the Spurs have to hope he misses 1 or both of those free throws.
Right. Now, remember, if he misses 1 and you get the rebound, you call an immediate timeout so you can move the ball to half court. San Antonio has 1 timeout, plus the 20. Larry just told him, call a time.
Phoenix Suns will play the winner of this game in the Western Conference Finals. Cliff Robinson replaces Duckworth. He gave him a spark today.
Oh, he sure did.
Missed a second, and a timeout called by Cummings. And now it's a 3-point game with 5.6 to go. Larry Brown can set it up now.
Now, you're San Antonio. You know you need a 3. Now, you go to your pet moves. Do you take it, get it in bounds, dribble in, let the defense collapse, kick out? Do you run a staggered pick out high beyond the 3-point line? Do you set a double screen? All teams have their pet 3-point shots that they're going to go to.
All right, Reggie's going to take it out. Reggie, any problem? Timeout. All right, Willie. Terry's going to screen for you. You go either side, high or low. All right? David, you screen a Nate coming to the ball. All right? Then David, you step out to the corner for the 3.
David Wingate.
You get it. Watch Reggie stepping in for 3-pointer. Make sure you
Guard the inbounds man. Petrovic now turns around.
On all screens, they should switch and deny the people coming to the top or the 3-point line area.
Williams, Anderson, Wingate, Robinson, and is intercepted by Porter, and they're going to run it out now. Game is over. Portland wins it.
advanced beyond the second round for the first time since '77 when they won the title.
36 points, 9 assists. Terry Porter, you now advance against Phoenix.
Well, it was great. It really was a struggle, you know. We didn't have our two big guys in the middle. I don't think that many people gave us credit. I didn't think we had enough guys on our team to make it. Everybody just hung in there. This team has a tremendous amount of character. We hung in there and defended well. And we're in the finals, baby, yes. For the first time since 1977.
Phoenix has not won here since 82-83. They've lost 20 straight.
Well, Phoenix is a very good ball club, you know. They beat the Lakers. And we're just going to try to relax just a little bit and then come back and get ready for Phoenix.
Congratulations, Terry. Back to you.
So they use Kersey instead of Duckworth, and they're going to jump it again.